Hey Kurt, Marissa here. We're going to do the intervention video. So we're just going to get started. So, hi Raymond, how are you today?
Doing well. How are you?
Good, I'm good. We're just going to be working on your individualized case plan today. Remember we did this a couple sessions ago where we actually did the goals and objectives and what you would like to accomplish and the specific tasks that you could work towards meeting those goals and objectives. Do you remember doing that with me?
I do.
Okay, so I have a copy of that. I just photocopied it. It's the same paper in my handwriting. But we're going to be looking at these goals today and kind of seeing how much progress you've made, if we need to modify anything, or if you'd like to take anything off or change anything. That's what we're going to be working on today.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So your overall goals are to get out of the juvenile detention facility and re-enter regular life like it was before coming here. Stop using the marijuana, finish your education, and provide for your brother and your brother, sister, and your mom.
Right.
Okay. So let's take a look first at preparing for your release, which is actually coming up pretty soon, right?
Yeah.
So this is March, and the judge said 6 months. So end of April, early May would be like 6 months, right? So we have the court hearing probably pretty soon. So it's actually fast approaching. So let's take a look at the tasks that we had. We talked about the social skills training. How do you feel like that's been going?
I feel like that's been going pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, I still feel awkward around people, but I think the training has definitely been helpful.
Has it allowed you to kind of break out of your comfort zone a little bit?
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Okay. What about the Student Skills for Life program? That was the 12-hour program. How have you been working on that for? And they just help with transitional support. How did that go?
I think I have 1 or 2 sessions left.
Okay.
It's been going pretty well. I definitely enjoy it.
And you find them helpful?
I do, yeah.
Okay. And we'll actually come back to them because I think we talked about using them as your helping to develop other coping mechanisms. But we'll come back to them in a little bit. And we also talked about the community services group, which offers the specialized transitional support program. Have you been working with them still?
Yes, I have.
And do you find them helpful?
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay. So, looking at this, how do you feel knowing that release is in just a few months, maybe a month, maybe? How does that make you feel? Do you feel excited on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being totally not excited for it, and 10 being I can't wait.
I'd say about a 6 or a 7.
Okay. Can you explain that for me? Why those numbers?
Well, I'm excited to get out, but I'm a little nervous because I'll have to try and find a job immediately, and I don't know. I haven't seen my mom a whole lot, so I don't know what that'll look like.
Okay.
Yeah.
She hasn't visited a lot.
She's visited a couple times, but we don't have that consistent interaction we did when I wasn't here.
Gotcha. I understand that. Okay. So, looking at all those tasks that we had, do you feel like you've completed any of them? Well, we talked about the social skills training. Do you think that's something that is completed? Or would you like to continue to work on that?
Yeah, I think I'd like to continue going.
Okay. And the student skills for life, you still have a few more sessions. What about the specialized transitional support? Do you feel like that's completed?
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay. And that is fine. We'll continue to work on those. Do you feel like these are still good goals. You still think that they're attainable and realistic? Okay.
I think they're definitely helpful.
Okay, good. So what about the job skills and job search? How has that been going?
I mean, it's been going well. The resume training has been helpful, just learning what I'm supposed to do with that. I think the interview skills are it's still really difficult. I still find it to be quite nervous. Not nervous. Well, I don't know, whatever. I feel nervous still. I wish I had more practice with it.
Well, would you like to do a run through? We could do like a mock interview.
Yeah, I think that would be helpful.
Okay, sounds good. So what I have here is a fake application. Okay. It's just a fake application. It's not going to be turned in anywhere. But we can use that as kind of a structure to build what an interview session would look like.
Okay.
All right. So in a normal interview, we'd be standing. So I'd, shake your hand. Hi, Raymond. My name is Stacy. Nice to meet you. You'd introduce yourself. And then what they would do is basically focus on the application that you filled out. So it's always a good thing to know what the company does or know what to expect if you would be working for them. So you mentioned to me one of our sessions that you liked, the idea of like maybe working for a landscaper. So let's just say that you're applying for a landscaping position. It's like a summer job for you, okay? So know what the company does. So when you think landscaping, what do they normally do?
Yard work.
Yard work? So it's going to be like hard work, right? Okay. So knowing what they do is always really good. So once you meet them, then you have a conversation, and I would start the conversation by saying, thank you so much for filling out the application and coming in to meet with me today. Let's take a look and see. I just want to get to know you a little bit. Do you have any experience working in landscaping before this?
No.
No other experience?
No, not a job.
Not a job? Have you ever done any yard work for family or friends? Okay, and what did that look like?
Well, I usually help my mom by like mowing and raking leaves, picking up sticks.
Okay. So how do you work with other people?
Pretty well. I think it's kind of awkward around them, but.
Okay, but you're able to collaborate or get along with other people? Okay. So looking at your employment history, you don't have anything listed. Would this be like your first job?
Yes, it would be.
Okay. All right, so employee history. And it says that you're still currently in high school, is that correct?
Yeah.
But you're graduating, this year. Okay. Gotcha. So what are your plans after high school?
I don't know. Help my mom get a job, provide for the family.
Okay. All right. Well, we do have a few more applicants that are going to be interviewed within the next couple of days, but I will give you a call by Friday. Does that sound all right? Okay, it was a pleasure to meet you. Okay. So now I'm back to being Marissa. Okay, that's kind of how an interview would go. And actually, when you have all the information filled out on the application, they'd be able to structure the conversation more. But normally they'll ask about you, they'll ask about your experience, they'll ask your intentions, if you have any questions for the job, And it's always a really good thing if you would show a little bit of enthusiasm towards the job position or the opportunity that's in front of you. So just like thank them for the interview, thank them for meeting with them, that type of thing, so that they're like, oh, this person is actually really interested in this job position. Maybe I'll consider them.
Okay.
So yeah, always in an interview, it's okay to talk about yourself and like what you're good at, because you're trying to sell yourself. You're trying to make them want to hire you, right? Okay, so the more you talk, probably the better it will go.
Okay.
All right. So have people been doing like mock interviews with you at all?
A few. Yeah.
Okay. Would it be helpful if even moving forward we do a few of those?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay. So we talked about the resume training before. Have you done resume training?
I have.
Okay, and how'd that go?
I think that's going pretty well.
Okay. Do you feel like you have made some progress in that? You feel confident?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else that you would like to add or change to the job skills?
I don't think so.
Okay. And would you say that we're still working on the resume training still and the interview skills? Okay. How about your education? How is that going?
That's going pretty well. I've enjoyed having Mr. Wiggins as a tutor.
I did hear that he was going to be working with you. So that's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
You like having someone that you're used to help you with school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So does he come most days after school? After he gets home from school?
Yeah, he comes about 2 or 3 times a week.
Okay. And how are you with finding time to study and do homework?
It's difficult, but it's kind of a highlight of my week or day. So I find time.
Okay. And it seems like because Mr. Wiggins is working with you, that you'll be able to graduate on time and with your friends, your classmates. So how do you feel about that?
I think that's exciting. I wasn't expecting that.
Good. It's exciting to hear. So both of those things are still going on. Do you feel the need to change anything or add anything to this part?
No.
Okay. I definitely want to say it's really awesome to see that, despite the fact that you're here and you're not in school, you're not letting that stop finish you completing your education. So that's really great. And the last thing that we talked about was the marijuana usage, and then maybe finding other ways to deal with stress in your life. So how has that been going for you?
I think it's been going pretty well. I'm still attending the support group each month.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm enjoying that. That's helpful.
Good.
Being able to connect with other people. I still haven't used marijuana in a while because I am a juvenile. So I think that's been helpful as well. As much as I don't like being here.
Okay. And so you are doing the support group with other people. Are you still attending counseling sessions by yourself?
I am.
Okay. And are those helpful also, or do you prefer one over the other?
I think it's also helpful.
Okay.
I like having both. It's a good balance.
Sure. So would you like to continue taking the counseling sessions? Okay. All right. And have you been able to identify other ways to deal with stress?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know we talked about the student Skills for Life, that 12-hour course we talked about. would help build some coping skills for you. Have you been able to find anything that works with that?
Yeah, I found that journaling is pretty helpful. A good way to deal with stress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really great. And how often do you do the journaling then?
It's kind of sporadic, but when I'm stressed or upset, I do it more.
Okay. I like that. That's actually really nice. Really nice way of coping. Do you think you will continue to journal even when you're not in the detention facility?
I think so.
Okay. So is there anything that you'd like to change or maybe add or get rid of on this list?
No, I think this is good.
Okay. And you mentioned that you still had 2 sessions the last time for the students' skills for life for the reentry and transitional support, but do you still have sessions for this one, or are you complete?
For student skills?
Yeah.
I think I have one more session.
One more for this one. Okay. All right. So there's only a month left. Hopefully, we'll see what the judge says. But that's coming up quickly. Overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you doing mentally, emotionally, and physically?
I'd say 7. Yeah.
7? Okay. Good. And you're still all right with everything we have on the plan? Okay. You're not overwhelmed or anything?
I mean, it does sometimes get difficult to balance everything, but I think I'm doing well. Yeah.
Good. I'm really glad to see all your enthusiasm and your improvement over the past couple of months. Okay. Well, we'll meet again soon. Until then, good job.
What are we doing next time? Maybe?
The next time it will probably be we're going to be preparing you for termination and evaluation. So basically that means you're almost done with me. So I'll get out of your hair after a while, and after you're out of the detention facility, you'll be back in with your mom and with your brother and your sister. Actually, I don't know of James's release, so I can't say anything for him. But as soon as you're released, you'll be back with your mom and your sister, and then life will be pretty much as it was before. And I'm going to be partnering with you for the first part of that transition, just to make sure that everything goes smoothly, and that you're not completely overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And then if you need connection to services or anything like that in those first couple of weeks or months, you can get what you need. Okay?
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah, that's